week 2 of our holiday survival guide. Today, I thought we'd talk a little bit about surviving the holidays after divorce. The first holiday after a divorce or separation, I think, can be a very emotional, stressful time. Lots of things are changing, some for the better, some are just different, and, trying to get used to a new reality. And the holidays are, generally supposed to be a time of joy, but sometimes they can just remind us of how things have changed and they didn't quite turn out the way we had expected them to. And so I really want to talk about how to get through that and to come out on the other side feeling good. So before we get into that, I just want to introduce myself. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Nancy Brooker. I am a relationship and stress coach. I help women who are stuck in a challenging relationship to bring more, clarity and connection and calm into those relationships, whether it's with a partner, a parent, a child, a coworker, or whatever that might be, and especially that all important relationship with ourselves. Just so we can feel more joy and more at ease in our interactions and with ourselves. So, our holiday survival guides, surviving after divorce. So, the first thing is just to be prepared because you know it's going to be emotional, and so you just need to know to be ready for that. Life has changed whether we like it or not, and it's just probably going to drudge up some things maybe that we would rather not feel. Maybe we're angry or resentful for how things turned out, or we have some sadness, or maybe we're a little bit fearful of moving forward, or whatever that is. You would be completely normal in feeling any of these ways, as anybody would in that situation. So just be prepared. Make sure you have somebody that you can talk to when things get tough. Make sure you're being kind to yourself, practicing your self-care. One of the greatest ways to change your state is to just change your physiology. And by that I mean get your body moving, move your body, go for a walk, put on some fun music and dance. Call a friend and do something with a friend. Go to a yoga class, do some stretching, whatever that is for you. A great way to change your state. And don't forget, of course, my favorite way is emotional freedom techniques using that EFT tapping. And if you don't know about that, you can look at one of my older videos on that. So that was number 1. Just be prepared because it's going to be emotional. Number 2, don't spend it alone. They say that misery loves company, but I think really this is the time when you need to be seeking out the friends that make you feel good about yourself, make you feel positive, make you feel hopeful for the future, as opposed to getting wrapped up in what's happened. So I think that's really important. So maybe rent a comedy, go to a gym, go go to a coffee house, meet some friends. I know sometimes this is difficult in our COVID environment, but as best you can, whatever you can do, maybe go volunteer, like at a soup kitchen, or but even better, good, an animal hospital would be a lot of fun too, or a shelter, something like that. Just make sure that you're around other people. Do something positive. Be social. You never know. It'll make a difference for you, and you just never know who else that's going to make a difference for. So I think that's really important. Number 3, create a new tradition. You really have an opportunity. Look at it as an opportunity. You've had these traditions in the past. Some of them worked, some of them didn't. So what do you want to change? What new thing do you want to start? How do you want to do things differently? And maybe some sort of blend of the old and the new together to really honor where you are in your life right now. You might be spending your time with your Christmas with family, with friends, with neighbors, whatever that is. You might there might be a Christmas movie that you all like to watch together. Something, whatever that is, just make sure you blend it all together and make it your own, and enjoy that. Make sure you plan ahead. Lots of planning, right? Be prepared. Make sure you have people around. But this one is more around the kids when I'm talking here. If there's kids involved, you really want to make sure you plan ahead with their best interests in your heart, of course. As a parent, that's what you will do. If you're on good terms with your ex, you may end up doing something as a family together, maybe tobogganing or something, just to give the kids some consistency. And if you're not on good terms with your ex, then maybe making sure that you've planned ahead. Who's going to have the kids when? How is all of that going to work? And just be very kind to yourself. Be very flexible. No, there's no need to compare what your ex is doing compared to what you're doing, or what you've done in the past to what you're doing now, or what anybody else is doing. All that does is just drive you crazy. So just be where you are, and enjoy it, and make sure you've planned well so that things can go as smoothly as possible. Yeah. And so my last tip, of course, is just to practice gratitude, because one of the best ways to change your state, change your physiology, we talked about that earlier, also changing your focus. What is it that you're focusing on? Are you focusing on things are changing, this is bad, fear of the future, all of those things? Or are you focusing on what is good in your life? Maybe it's your kids, maybe it's your family, maybe it's your work. Maybe you have some new freedoms, maybe some new opportunities that you never had before. Really trying to just change your focus onto what is good, and be grateful for what you have in your life. So there you have it. Those are your 5 tips for today. Be prepared. They all have to do with being prepared. Be prepared because it's going to be emotional. Don't spend the holiday alone. Create your new traditions, plan ahead, and practice gratitude. Gratitude is it's like the best medicine for anything. And if you are feeling challenged during this holiday season, I've got some great strategies that can help you, especially if there are tensions between you and your ex, to really show up as your best you and get through this holiday period, and come out, sailing on the other side. So reach out if you would like to chat. I would love to see you on my Facebook page at Living in Yes. Please join me there. And don't forget to, collect all your freebies down that I've posted down below for you. I would love to share those with you. So join me next week when our holiday survival guide will be all about surviving a holiday after, a loss. Something very near and dear to my heart. So I will talk to you about that next week. Great to see you. Take care.